Hey, it's Matt with Champion with a video on tips on how to load an EasyBird Auto-Feed Doubles thrower so you're not so frustrated when you try and stack up your stacks of clays and have issues dropping clays and getting it working the correct way. First things first, we want to make sure that we have enough angle backwards on this machine. We should have it angled back enough that the clays will rest on the back side of the magazine rod. So they should rest on the back here, not lean towards the front. That will help prevent some jamming issues and just keep everything feeding the way it should. If you've got this on a trap taxi like it is here with a oscillating base and a wobble base, your lowest setting on that wobble base will be just fine. It's about a 15-degree angle when it's set at the minimum. So that's what you're going to want to have for about a minimum angle, about that 15 degrees. Alright, well, as long as we got enough angle back, we're going to take a look at how to load this thing up a little easier. The manual states to do a safe release, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to push down on the toggle switch until the arms take over. Alright, when I do that, I have a small amount of this plate showing here, this slide plate. So it makes it very tough to fit some clays down. And one, it hits that retainer up on front and try to wedge everything in there and balance. It's not very fun. A way around that is if you take that clay and you set it on the arm, top arm or bottom arm, doesn't matter which one. I'm going to do a safe release with that clay on the arms. I'm going to burn that clay. Chuck it out there. When I let go of that, close it out, I'm going to let go of that toggle switch, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so I let go of that toggle switch, right when it threw it out. Now my arm is stopped closer to a 9 o'clock position, and I have way more slide plate exposed. My plungers are retracted all the way, so I'm not going to have an issue of clays getting in the way there. So I can take some clays and I can stack them straight up into these magazines. Now the reason why the doubles thrower is harder to load than our singles machine is because we have the same spring on both on all three, our singles, doubles, and six-pack thrower. However, the doubles machine has a mainspring bolt that's threaded 1 inch deeper so you can get the tension to whip both clays out. Because of that added pressure, the arms whip around a little further and make it harder to load. Now I put those in, I'm going to turn this machine to on. Alright, both clays fell onto the arm. Should be able to fire and let that go. If you have an issue where you turn it on and the clay here doesn't fall, just barely touch it, just get it to fall. It's usually on the first one, and it's only if you have a small amount of clays and you stack it up higher, you won't have an issue. But I'm going to fire it, and it should reset and drop both clays down onto the arms yet again. Alright, final tip on this. When you're done for the day, your final throw, you should try to do that safe release throw as your final throw. That way the arms will stop and you'll be ready to load it up the next time you go out. So when you're done, I'm going to do that safe release. Okay, arms are stopped over in that 9 o'clock area. I'll unstack this one here. See, I've got all that plate exposed. Store it right this way. You don't have to worry about burning a clay to stack it up. The only time you have to do that is if you happen to let it run dry. So try not to let the machine run dry either. And hopefully this video is helpful. As always, if you need anything further, feel free to give us a call here at Champion. Thank you.